when the bass drops, what I did was I tied it up. I got 2 knots going, got 2 fresh knots. The bag's even fresher. Now I'm gonna put it in the back. Sun's coming out a little bit. I don't know. It looks like it might rain for a couple more hours, so I'm just gonna put it in the back for a little till the sky clears up, then go find a place to dump it. And that's what you do. This is the emergency, low budget van life solution. Usually I find a place, either a business that has bathrooms. Now that it's COVID, it's not easy. But I'll talk a little bit more about why I don't mind if I find a concealed spot in the woods where no one can really, find me, where no one can really find me, see me, bother me. I don't mind going in the woods because I honestly think that it's good for the environment, and society has put this negative connotation on if you have to piss outside, you have to shit outside. There's probably stuff in our stool, in our poop, that might not be good for the environment, but there's definitely parts of it that are good for the environment. And I've talked about this in the past. I don't know if the wastewater treatment organizations and industry release nutrients back into the earth, because there's a spot, I have a good spot, it's like a couple blocks from here, and it's concealed, I got trees around me, big trees and crap, and I find the same spot, and I go in the same spot all the time, and the insects, for my own just observation and judgment, the insects love it. They swarm to my shit. They're all over it. The bugs, the flies. That's their food source, right? That's one of their food sources. If they love that stuff and it fertilizes the earth, other than the crap that we put in our food that we probably shouldn't, maybe we shouldn't put crap in our food. That's bad. Does the food industry help fund the wastewater treatment industry? In a way, if we're putting shitty stuff in our food that shouldn't be put back in the environment, so we need the wastewater treatment system. But it seems like there's a lot of stuff in our poop that the insects like. I'm sure it fertilizes the ground, so the soil's richer as it breaks down over time. Composting and stuff like that is beneficial. I need to do a little bit more research and find out, because when I go back to those spots, that spot, the insects are all there. They're loving the shit. They're loving the poop. That seems like it's good for them. And they like it. And you think about the food chain, the ground food chain, not the ocean food chain, whatever. That's where you hear food chain a lot. The ground food chain on dry ground, other animals eat the insects. If the insects are getting more food and they're healthier, are you just helping the local ecosystem by pooping outside, other than having stuff in your stool that's put in from the food industry? That the only argument I could see is if there's stuff in our food that the food industry puts in it that gets into our poop, that's bad for the environment. But from what I see, animals, they know what's good for them. They can sense if they should eat something, if they shouldn't. If these insects are swarming in my shit while it's there, then maybe it's good for the environment. And is there something we're not being taught about, the good and the bad of the wastewater treatment industry, the process of the wastewater treatment industry, and what just shitting and pissing outside does for the environment and the ecosystem. This is the kind of stuff I want to look into and know more about for myself. The only thing that I keep repeating that I think could be bad is if there's certain things in our food in the wastewater treatment industry serves a purpose of dissecting our poop, taking it apart, taking out the good parts, taking out the bad parts, keeping the good parts. If that's their purpose, then why don't we just not put the shit in our food that they need to take out? Why don't we just not put that in our food? Can we get around it? We're making freaking, you can get veggie burgers at Burger King. We can't do It's 2021. Veggie burgers at Burger King. Now they're making like these meal protein shakes from all natural ingredients, these private companies. Like, what is going on? What's going on with all this? Something's not adding up. Something is not making sense. Can somebody explain things to me? I would love a reasonable explanation. But I'm not going to get one because nobody comments on any of my fucking videos because it's impossible. You can't comment on my videos, I guess. There's probably like a blocker up or something. YouTube put something up. Impossible. I dare someone to respond to this and give me a reasonable explanation for the entire connection between, what's the difference between pooping and peeing outside and what the wastewater treatment industry does, what purpose they serve, and exactly, do they put nutrients back into the earth that we take out, we put in our shit? Where does that go? Where does it go? Like, we went from shitting in holes, right? Like, the Wild West had these, like, outhouses that were just holes in the fucking ground. And they smelled bad. They were nasty. Like, did we just progress from being lazy? Like, we're still lazy. Well, it's not that we're still lazy, but we're like, oh, we're shitting in a hole in the ground. Oh, it's smelling like shit. Oh, we need to transport all this somewhere. And then we transport it somewhere and we're like, oh God, we can't put it in one spot because it's, everyone's shit all together collected. Oh, this fucking smells terrible. Now we got to fucking treat it and do something with it. But is there a better way to shit in toilets and have the shit? Like, why? What does the wastewater treatment industry do? Like, why do we need it other than the pile of shit that's collected from everybody's going to smell bad? Other than, the collective pile of everybody's shit from everybody's toilets, from everybody's house, other than that collective pile of shit smelling horrible, where... our modern toilets, if you learn about composting toilets, you learn that the smelly, fucking terrible smell from leaving shit in a toilet, obviously piss smells bad after a while, and shit smells, I'm sure it doesn't smell good if you just have a pile of shit, but the real odor comes when you learn about it. You know what it really comes from? It comes from mixing piss and shit. So why are toilets doing that? Why don't our toilets have two different spots? Like, are we just so lazy that we just need to piss and shit in the same spot and then take all that shit and put it to the same spot and then are like, oh, we don't give a shit, we're just lazy. Oh, now it smells bad. Oh, now we got to make it not smell bad. Like, is that the pure design of our wastewater treatment industry? Is that it? If it's completely based out of pure laziness, that's the stupidest motherfucker. That's one of the stupidest goddamn things. I've seen a lot of stupid things in my life. That's fucking stupid. If it's based on a pure fact that we are so lazy that we need to piss and shit in the same exact thing in a toilet, and then, we don't want it to smell bad in the same fucking area underneath you, so we're like, oh, we need to transport it somewhere. Oh, it still smells like shit. Oh, now we have to treat it because it smells like shit. Like, if that's the pure, raw design of our wastewater treatment industry, that's fucking dumb. That is stupid. Like we're extracting nutrients from the earth. We're mixing our piss and shit together to make it smell worse in the design of our fucking toilets. And then we're like, oh, we don't want to deal with it. So we're just going to transport it to fucking a wastewater treatment system that's going to separate it. And they make money for separating it. Well, there's a way better way to design that fucking thing. You don't have to do first, when you piss and shit in a toilet, you can not be so fucking lazy where you can separate the two. That eliminates a huge part of the fucking smell. And then, on top of that, I don't know, do we need to transport it all the fucking way to a wastewater treatment system? Can't we just put it back in the fucking ground? And if there's certain parts of our shit that aren't good for the earth, okay, can we transfer just our shit to the wastewater treatment industries, and then they can take the shit out that's bad for the earth and then put back the nutrients that we take out from the food that we fucking eat, so the earth isn't just you keep taking nutrients out of fucking something, then there's not going to be any fucking nutrients, dingus. Does this make any fucking sense to anybody? It makes fucking, the wastewater treatment system, the way it is right now, when I just walk through it in my mind, it does not make any fucking sense other than the fact that we are just goddamn the laziest fucking organisms on this fucking sorry for getting worked up and cursing, but like, that is annoying. That's frustrating. That's fucking stupid. You keep pulling nutrients out of something, you think you're gonna have any fucking nutrients anymore? Yeah, that sounds so smart to me. Yeah, definitely. And there's like one more aspect. There's toilet paper. We use toilet paper, right? We're 2021. We can't just only have biodegradable toilet paper. Like, we don't give a fuck about the planet. We don't give a shit about the planet, and it's not that hard to. You just have to be logical and think, oh, if I take shit out of the planet, I should probably put as much as I can back. And then it's sustainable. Look at that. What the fuck is sustainability? Is it fucking... I went to college, and you know what sustainability was? It was fucking, how do we build these buildings so we create a fucking new money industry, so fucking the government pays them a lot of money for these fucking, like, checkmark things that aren't even fucking related to sustainability. That's fucking modern sustainability. It sounds like I'm getting worked up over nothing if you fucking don't fucking get it, if you're dense. But if you're getting this... I don't know. It sounds pretty fucking stupid. It sounds pretty fucking dumb. And like, I took college only like, I got done with grad. I only took college. Only got done with grad school about 5 years ago. And I tried to like focus on like engineering, civil engineering, sustainability. And there was only so many fucking programs in the country that had grad programs. The ones that they had were like specifically designed for certain things. And like I talked about, just 5 seconds ago, was like, the idea of like just like a money-making system. How can we build these buildings and they sound cool for these government check marks, and then when you actually do research in them, because I have a friend who went to RIT and he fucking did a whole project on the sustainable aspects of these fucking like gold, platinum buildings. And the reason I make make it sound like that is because it's a fucking joke, because they don't actually relate to fucking sustainability and they don't actually help the fucking earth. That's the whole point of sustainability, is to maintain the fucking existing planet you fucking live on. That's sustainability, not a fucking modified fucking definition of it that I don't know where. There shouldn't just be like sustainability, like fucking plastic sustainability in like specific areas. There should be sustainability in every fucking industry. Every industry that takes a portion away from the earth, whether it's like fucking the paper industry, whether it's in like farming, industrial farming, or any kind of farming, like sustainability should be incorporated into every fucking industry. If any industry takes things from the fucking planet, they should be sustainable in a way that it gives the things back to the planet. Like, talking about this and how it sounds, that's what I wanted to fucking do. That's what I want to fucking do with my head, and that's what I want to do with my fucking phone. And that's what modern fucking sustainability should do. It should just go fucking shove itself up its fucking ass and like just go into outer space and and just never fucking come back. That's what modern sustainability fucking should do. So, I don't know. Like nobody really gives a shit. As long as people are making fucking money and, like, their business is growing, they don't fucking care. We need a sustainable, capitalistic society where every industry gives a shit about not only how fast their business grows, not only how much money they make, but, like, what their fucking impact on the fucking planet is, and other than, like, just fucking people telling them what their impact on the fucking planet is. Like, actually giving a shit about the planet as a private, capitalistic fucking company, and having, like, responsibility for, like, your entire existence. I think... Like, you know how it's probably going to change? You know how fucking stupid it is that this is how it's probably going to change? If I think about it, you know how real sustainability is going to come about on this fucking planet? Is people have already started marketing sustainable aspects that they can market, that people, like, they basically market things as a test to see, like, oh, do people give a shit about this, or do they not give a shit about this? And, like, when people give a shit about it, oh, I'm making more money. That's, like, the heart of fucking everything. Oh, wow, I can market this as sustainable, and I'm making more money. Cool. that's not fucking sustainability. And like, it's going to take a fucking process of doing that and people waking the fuck up. And like, at first people are going to care about like certain things, like, oh, this, like, I care about this. Oh, this makes sense. The way that it's fucking marketed, the way it's fucking advertised, the way it's presented to them, they're going to give a shit about, oh, I'm going to buy this versus this because this sounds more sustainable to me. This seems more sustainable to me. Sustainability is just maintaining your entire existence, which is the fucking earth you fucking were born on. Like, it's fucking like very basic and very simple. Like, I don't understand why it's so hard to understand. And like, nobody wants to take the time to go into the research of every product that they fucking buy. It's how it's marketed to them, how sustainability is marketed, and how it's presented to them. And over time, it's going to be this like refined process of like businesses making more money from like marketing sustainable aspects and like targeting the right ones that people give a shit about, and then eventually reworking and working their businesses over to the point where they actually become authentically sustainable, and people just like gradually give a shit about people give more of a shit about real sustainable aspects. And it's gonna take this long fucking process of refining like marketing sustainability to like authentic sustainability, where we're actually going to get to a point where we fucking should have been, the entire like industrial revolution should have just gave any shit about like where their fucking existence is. Like, they just didn't give a shit about like the earth. They're just like, yeah, the earth's like infinite, it's indestructible, we could just do whatever the fuck we want, and like, we don't need to think about how we impact it or how we affect it in any way. And then, like, it's this long fucking process that starts all the way back from the industrial fucking revolution all the way to modern society today, where you have the fucking internet and you can learn about as much of this shit that's out there. Like I said, I tried to go to grad school and focus on fucking sustainability. I was like, in my head, when I'm thinking sustainability, that's what I'm thinking of. I'm thinking of, how are we maintaining the earth in every single industry, and how is every single industry like being responsible for how they're individually impacting the earth in any way, whether that's the air, whether that's the fucking ground, whether that's the fucking water. But it's like, people are just fucking, let's make money, let's make lots of money, grow the business. That's my interpretation of that fucking perspective. That's what it fucking sounds like to me. Because, like, when you're dead and your money's fucking, you have it, you don't have it, you're dead. Like, yeah, it'd be this paper fucking money. Oh, it does fucking wonders for fucking everybody. Yeah. I mean, maybe it presents another fucking plastic life for your next generation until they're fucking become stupid enough because they're so goddamn lazy that they can't fucking keep the money. That's most likely where that fucking goes. Sometimes that doesn't happen. Sometimes they maintain it and they get smart and they keep it. But it's like, yeah, let's maintain this plastic fucking lifestyle where we just have fucking everything we fucking want, and that can just fucking go on forever, right? Like, you can just do that forever. Yeah. That's so fucking dumb. It's so dumb. And it takes a lot of work, but like, it takes individual responsibility to not just give a shit about like how your business grows and how much money it makes and its future. And like, if you only care about those fucking things, and other than like, how can I sound sustainable so people will buy my shit? That's not fucking sustainability either. How are you impacting the earth? How are you reversing that impact? It's fucking annoying and frustrating, and I was highly disappointed when I fucking tried to study sustainability, and it was like, there was like a good course on it for the time that the teacher from, my university had for what was fucking out there. But it was like fucking skimming the fucking, it would skim the surface of, I don't even know what the fucking term was called. Like, because it's not even important. It's like, it's literally, what was the term? Carbon footprint. Or, that might have been one of them. Or the collective term for all of them. I don't fucking know. That's not important. It's how do businesses, it's very simple. If a business, the way that they make money, the entire procedure that they run and operate, if any part of that impacts the earth, between the air, the ground, or the water, you should try to do things to reverse the impact. It's very fucking simple. That's sustainability. It doesn't need to be broken down into any more complex fucking thing, or like limited to certain fucking things, or like a check fucking list that's the government presents so that businesses have an opportunity to fucking fill these check marks and make more fucking money. No, it's literally as simple as, how does my business impact the air, the ground, and the water? And what I don't know, is there anything else that the earth can fucking, like, we should get this, I think we should get this narrowed down before we get into fucking outer space and we start going on other fucking planets. Like, we should just fucking figure this out first. Like, how are we gonna do this? How are we gonna really maintain things and really make things sustainable where, you know, we can predict how things will go into the future. We hear it from, you know, there's certain scientists like, this isn't fucking sustainable. This isn't going to be maintained in the long run. We need to make changes. But like there's just no responsibility from any capitalistic, and that's something that, you know, when capitalism in America was where it gets to the point where, oh, it might affect me in this lifetime. Now I should do something about it. I'm being responsible. Capitalism in other countries was developed, like, nobody could think about the earth. Nobody could give a shit about, like, how, you know, if you impact something, if you change something, like, you don't have to do anything about it. You can just not do anything about it. Like, I don't know. It's not my fucking job to figure this shit out, but it's me talking through this stuff, thinking about it, and just thinking about it and, like, how fucking dumb it is. It infuriates the hell out of me, if you couldn't tell. But I don't know. I'm putting this out there and hoping that it I don't know. It sparks some fucking lights in somewhere. Like something. If it, like, you know, like I said, it goes down to the heart of, if my business is growing and making money, that's all I'm going to see in this lifetime. Whatever. I don't fucking care. Like, maybe not. Maybe not. Only